Have you ever felt the sting of trying to defend yourself to someone who seems intent on misunderstanding you? It's like shouting into a void. No matter how much you explain, no matter how clearly you speak, your words are twisted, your intentions questioned, and your heart left drained. This isn't just a miscommunication. It's a battle against something deeper, something darker, the demons that reside in people. But who are these demons? They aren't the kinds of demons you see in movies with horns and fiery eyes. These demons are far more subtle, far more dangerous. They are the demons of insecurity, jealousy, bitterness, and control. They hide behind smiles and polite words, only to strike when you're vulnerable. They show up as the friend who always doubts your potential, the family member who never celebrates your success, or the colleague who belittles your every achievement. These demons take many forms, but their purpose is always the same: to drain your energy and dim your light. They disguise themselves as concern, but are quick to tear you down the moment you stand tall. They manipulate conversations, twist your words, and find fault in everything you do. These demons thrive on conflict and chaos, and they especially thrive when you try to explain yourself to them. Every time you try to justify your actions, defend your choices, or prove your worth, you're feeding the very energy that seeks to destroy you. These demons don't want the truth, they want your attention. They don't care about understanding your perspective. They care about pulling you into their storm. They want you stuck, frustrated, and doubting yourself. But here's the truth they don't want you to know: your worth doesn't depend on their approval. Your journey doesn't need their validation. And your growth doesn't require their understanding. Stop for a moment and ask yourself, why are you trying so hard to explain yourself to someone who has already decided not to hear you? Why are you wasting your precious energy on someone whose only goal is to drag you down? The need to explain is a trap. It feels like an act of strength, but in reality, it's a surrender. It's giving away your power to someone who doesn't deserve it. The more you argue, they win, not because they've proven you wrong, but because they've distracted you from what truly matters: your peace, your purpose, your light. Some people aren't meant to understand you because their vision is clouded by their own demons. They can't see your growth because they're too focused on their insecurities. They can't celebrate your success because it reminds them of their failures. They can't support your journey because they're still lost in their own. And that's not your problem. Your job is not to fix them, convince them, or change them. Your job is to stay true to who you are, to keep walking your path, and to protect your peace at all costs. You don't have to lower yourself to their level to prove your point. You don't have to trade your light for their darkness just to feel understood. When you stop explaining yourself to demons in people, something incredible happens. You reclaim your power. You step out of their chaos and into your clarity. You stop fighting battles that were never yours to begin with. You rise above their pettiness and walk in a strength they cannot touch. So the next time you feel the urge to defend yourself, pause. Take a deep breath and remind yourself that your energy is too valuable to waste on someone who is determined not to see your worth. Walk away with your head held high, knowing that your silence speaks louder than their accusations ever could. Because in the end, the greatest victory isn't winning an argument. It's refusing to engage in a fight that doesn't deserve your attention. Have you ever stopped to think why certain people challenge you so persistently? Why they seem to dig into your every decision, poke holes in your dreams, and question the very essence of who you are? It's exhausting, isn't it? But here's the thing: they're not looking for answers. They're not genuinely interested in understanding you. Instead, they're reflecting something within themselves, something unresolved, something broken. These aren't conversations, they're battlegrounds, and the fight isn't even yours to begin with. Picture this: you're climbing a mountain, determined to reach the top, fueled by your dreams and your hard work. As you ascend, someone at the base begins to yell, questioning why you're climbing, doubting whether you're capable of reaching the summit, shouting that the view isn't worth the effort. Do you climb back down to explain your reasons? Of course not. because the further you descend to address their noise, the further you stray from your destination. Their shouting isn't about the mountain or your journey, it's about their unwillingness to climb their own. These voices of doubt and criticism, they often belong to people fighting battles you can't see. Maybe they've tried to climb before and failed, or maybe they never had the courage to start. Whatever the reason, they project their fears, their insecurities, and their frustrations onto you. And here's the trap. When you stop to explain yourself, you give their doubts a foothold in your mind. You allow their struggles to infiltrate your progress. But let's be honest, how many times have you let someone's opinion derail your focus? How many times have you laid awake at night, replaying a conversation, thinking about how you could have defended yourself better, or wondering if their words were true? It's human nature to want to be understood, to seek validation, to prove that your path is right. But when the opinions you're fighting against are rooted in someone else's unresolved pain, your explanations will always fall on deaf ears. Take a moment and ask yourself this. Why do you feel the need to explain yourself to someone who has already decided they won't understand? Why do you give their words so much weight when they're not carrying your burdens, living your dreams, or walking your path? It's like trying to convince a blind person of the beauty of a sunset. They can't see it, not because it isn't there, but because they lack the capacity to experience it. Now think about the moments when you stood your ground, when you chose not to engage, not to defend yourself. How freeing was that? How powerful did it feel to walk away, knowing that your value isn't tied to their approval? Silence isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's the understanding that you don't have to dismantle someone else's doubts to prove your worth. Imagine a sculptor working on a masterpiece. People may pass by, criticize the rough edges, scoff at the unfinished form, or claim it will never amount to anything. But the sculptor doesn't stop to argue. They don't explain their vision to every passerby. They keep chiseling, keep shaping, keep working. Because they know that when the work is done, it will speak for itself. Your life is your masterpiece. Don't let every passerby distract you from finishing it. Think about the greats, those who've achieved extraordinary things despite relentless criticism. Did they stop to argue with every doubter? No. They let their work, their persistence, and their success speak louder than any words ever could. The same applies to you. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your dreams, your struggles, or your decisions. The truth is, the people who matter, the ones who genuinely care, don't need explanations. They see your heart, your effort, and your vision. And those who demand explanations, who question your every move, they're often not interested in understanding. They're interested in control, in distraction, in pulling you away from your purpose. So, the next time someone challenges you, before you answer, pause. Ask yourself if their opinion truly matters. Ask yourself if their understanding will change anything about the journey you're on. And remember, you don't climb a mountain by arguing with those who remain at the bottom. You climb by focusing on the summit, step by step, until their voices fade into the distance, drowned out by the wind of your success. Silence. It's such a simple concept, yet it holds a power that few truly understand. When faced with accusations, doubts, or criticism, the instinct is often to respond, to defend, to explain. But what if the most powerful response isn't words at all? What if the greatest strength lies in saying nothing? Think about it. Silence isn't empty, it's full of meaning. It's a statement of self-assurance, a declaration that you do not need to lower yourself to the level of someone else's noise. Imagine this: you're standing in a room filled with people arguing. The voices grow louder, each one trying to overpower the other, chaos swelling with every passing second. Then, someone stands silently in the corner, calm and composed, unmoved by the commotion. Who do you notice? The one shouting, or the one standing still? Silence commands attention because it refuses to compete. It speaks volumes without uttering a single word. Now think about the last time you found yourself in an argument with someone who was determined to misunderstand you. Maybe they twisted your words, dismissed your perspective, or kept pushing you to react. And the more you engaged, the more entangled you became in their chaos. Did anything get resolved? Or did it leave you feeling drained, frustrated, and questioning your own worth? Silence in those moments is not weakness, it's wisdom. It's a decision to prioritize your peace over their noise. Why is it so hard to stay silent when someone challenges us? Because we want to be heard. We want to be understood. But here's the truth. Not everyone is capable of understanding you. And that's not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of their limitations. Explaining yourself to someone who is determined not to listen is like pouring water into a broken cup. It doesn't matter how much you pour, it will never hold. Silence, on the other hand, says, I know my truth, and I don't need you to validate it. Consider a tree standing tall during a storm. The wind howls, branches sway, leaves scatter, but the tree doesn't fight back. It doesn't argue with the wind. It stands firm, rooted in its strength, knowing the storm will pass. That's the power of silence. It's not about ignoring the noise. It's about refusing to let the noise shake you. It's about knowing that your value, your worth, your truth are not up for debate. Have you ever noticed how silence unsettles people who thrive on conflict? They expect a reaction, and when they don't get it, they're left to wrestle with their own words. Silence forces them to confront themselves because there's no one else to blame, no one else to argue with. It's like holding up a mirror, reflecting their chaos back at them, while you remain calm and composed. And in that moment, you've already won, not by proving your point, but by refusing to engage in a battle that doesn't deserve your energy. Think of the legends, the visionaries, the leaders who made history. They didn't waste their time arguing with every doubter or defending themselves to every critic. They let their actions speak. They let their success, their perseverance, and their resilience silence the noise. Silence for them wasn't just a strategy, it was a way of life, a refusal to let the opinions of others dictate their path. Now, let me ask you this. Why do you feel the need to explain yourself to someone who has already decided not to understand you? Why do you give them the power to pull you into their chaos? Every moment you spend arguing with them is a moment stolen from your growth, your peace, your purpose. Is their opinion worth that? Silence in these moments is a gift you give yourself. It's a declaration that you value your energy, your time, your peace more than their noise. Picture a candle in a dark room. It doesn't shout to be noticed. It doesn't fight against the darkness. It simply burns quietly, steadily, lighting up the space around it. That's what silence does. It doesn't diminish your light, it amplifies it. It draws attention not by demanding it, but by owning it. It says, I am here, I am strong, and I don't need to prove it to you. The next time someone tries to provoke you, pause. Take a breath, and remember that your silence is not a retreat, it's a shield. It's a choice to rise above, to protect your energy, and to stay rooted in your truth. Because in a world full of noise, your silence speaks louder than any words ever could. Your actions hold a power far greater than any explanation you could ever offer. They are a language of their own, speaking louder and clearer than words can. When people doubt your intentions, question your goals, or belittle your efforts, it can be tempting to respond, to defend yourself, and to prove them wrong with explanations. But the truth is, words are fleeting and often they don't reach those who have already made up their minds. What truly endures is the evidence of your actions. Your actions are undeniable. They leave behind a trail of proof that no one can dispute. While words can be twisted, misunderstood, or ignored, actions stand as a testament to who you are and what you represent. They show your commitment, your perseverance, and your strength in ways that explanations never could. Actions reveal the truth not through argument, but through results. They allow you to demonstrate rather than declare your value. There is a unique clarity in choosing to act rather than to argue. Instead of wasting energy on justifying your decisions to others, channel that energy into progress. Every step forward you take, no matter how small, is a statement. It says, I am moving ahead regardless of your doubts. I am building something meaningful regardless of your criticism. The power of action lies in its ability to silence the noise around you without engaging in it. It is a quiet, steady force that cannot be ignored. When faced with opposition, remember that those who criticize often do so from a place of inaction. They are quick to judge because they have not walked the path you are on. Rather than sinking to their level by engaging in arguments, rise above it by letting your actions speak for themselves. Each accomplishment, no matter how seemingly insignificant, is a response that resonates louder than any defense ever could. It is a declaration of your ability, your dedication, and your unwillingness to be deterred by doubt. Actions also inspire respect. While words can be doubted or dismissed, actions are irrefutable. They show consistency and determination, qualities that even critics cannot deny. When you focus on what you are doing, rather than what others are saying, you demonstrate a level of maturity and focus that commands attention. You prove that you are not swayed by external opinions because you are anchored in your purpose. Actions build credibility. They create a legacy that speaks for itself long after words are forgotten. The impact of what you do will resonate not just with those who doubted you, but with those who are watching, learning, and finding inspiration in your journey. Your actions create ripples that extend far beyond the present moment, shaping perceptions and leaving an impression that no explanation ever could. To truly embrace the power of action, you must learn to trust in the process. Trust that your work, your progress, and your dedication will shine through. Trust that you don't need to convince others of your worth because your results will do that for you. This trust allows you to let go of the need to explain yourself, freeing you to focus fully on the journey ahead. In every challenge, every obstacle, and every moment of doubt, choose to act. Let your actions become the foundation of your response to the world. They will speak for you in ways that words never can, proving your strength, your purpose, and your unshakable resolve. Negativity often has a way of disguising itself. It can appear in conversations, attitudes, or even subtle gestures, leaving you questioning whether it's truly about you or something deeper within the person expressing it. One of the most important realizations you can have is that the negativity coming from others is rarely a reflection of your character, choices, or worth. Instead, it is a mirror of their own internal struggles. Understanding this can help you detach emotionally from their criticisms and avoid the temptation to engage or explain yourself. When someone projects negativity onto you, it's often because they are battling insecurities, frustrations, or fears that they haven't resolved. These unresolved issues distort their perspective, leading them to criticize or undermine others as a way to deflect attention from their own pain. Recognizing this truth allows you to see their words and actions for what they truly are. Not an attack on you, but an expression of their inner turmoil. Acknowledging this reality is not about excusing their behavior or justifying their negativity. Instead, it's about freeing yourself from the emotional burden of taking their actions personally. When you understand that their negativity stems from their own struggles, you begin to realize that no amount of explaining, defending, or justifying will change their perspective. Their battle is internal, and it is not one you are responsible for solving. This understanding also empowers you to protect your peace. By recognizing that their negativity is not a reflection of your worth, you can detach from their opinions and focus on what truly matters: your growth and your journey. Engaging with their negativity only pulls you into their struggles, distracting you from your purpose and draining your energy. But when you choose not to engage, you reclaim your power and maintain control over your emotional well-being. It's important to remember that negativity can be persistent. People who are caught up in their own struggles often seek validation for their pain by drawing others into it. They may continue to criticize, doubt, or question you, hoping to elicit a reaction. Understanding that their behavior is rooted in their internal battles allows you to respond with strength and composure, rather than frustration or defensiveness. This perspective also reinforces the importance of boundaries. When you recognize that their negativity is about them, not you, you can create healthy emotional and physical distance. Boundaries protect you from absorbing their negativity and allow you to focus on what truly matters: your values, your goals, and your inner peace. They serve as a reminder that you are not obligated to carry the weight of someone else's struggles. Understanding that negativity reflects the struggles of others is a powerful shift in perspective. It frees you from the cycle of self-doubt and defensiveness, allowing you to remain focused on your own path. It teaches you to protect your peace, prioritize your growth, and approach negativity with strength and clarity, rather than taking it as a personal attack. This shift enables you to rise above the noise and continue moving forward with confidence and resilience. Not everyone deserves access to your energy, your thoughts, or your time. This simple truth can be difficult to accept, especially when you've been conditioned to believe that explaining yourself or engaging with others is a form of respect or understanding. But the reality is your energy is finite, and it's one of the most valuable resources you have. Every time you give it away to someone who drains you, questions your motives, or refuses to see your worth, you deplete the energy you need for your own growth and purpose. Setting boundaries is not an act of cruelty, it is an act of self-preservation. When you allow everyone unrestricted access to your thoughts and emotions, you leave yourself open to unnecessary judgment and conflict. Some people will take advantage of this openness, not to connect with you but to control or diminish you. Recognizing this is the first step in understanding why not everyone deserves a seat at your table. Think about what happens when you constantly explain yourself to those who doubt you. Each explanation, each defense, each justification chips away at your mental and emotional reserves. You expend your energy trying to change someone's perspective only to realize that their mind was never open to change. This cycle leaves you feeling drained, frustrated, and often questioning yourself. It's not your responsibility to manage someone else's opinions, especially when those opinions are rooted in their own misunderstandings or insecurities. Boundaries are not about shutting people out, they are about determining who you let in. They allow you to create space for people who uplift, support, and challenge you in constructive ways, while keeping out those who bring negativity and chaos. This isn't about being selective to hurt others. It's about being selective to protect your well-being. You can't pour from an empty cup, and you can't focus on your growth if you're constantly pouring energy into those who only take without giving back. Your time and energy are sacred, and it's important to treat them as such. When you allow people who don't value you to consume your attention, you send a message to yourself that your needs come second. Over time, this depletes your self-worth and makes it harder to focus on your goals. By setting boundaries, you reaffirm to yourself that your energy is valuable and that you are worthy of preserving it. It's also important to remember that not everyone is ready to hear your truth or see your perspective. Explaining yourself to people who are unwilling to understand is like trying to convince someone of the value of gold when they are only interested in stones. Their lack of understanding doesn't diminish your worth, it highlights their inability to see it. Setting boundaries allows you to protect yourself from this dynamic and focus on those who genuinely value your presence. Creating boundaries also helps you maintain clarity and focus. When you stop giving your energy to those who don't appreciate it, you can redirect it toward the things and people that matter most. This clarity allows you to grow, evolve, and thrive without being weighed down by unnecessary conflicts or distractions. It's not about being selfish, it's about being wise with how you invest your most precious resource, your energy. Not everyone deserves access to you, and that's okay. Recognizing this truth is an act of self-respect and self-care. By choosing where and with whom to share your energy, you honor yourself and your journey, ensuring that you remain aligned with your purpose and protected from those who would drain or derail you. Boundaries are a way of saying to yourself and the world, I am valuable, and I will not allow that value to be diminished by those who fail to see it. Focusing on your vision is one of the most powerful ways to maintain clarity and purpose in your life, especially when faced with external distractions and criticism. When you allow yourself to become consumed by the opinions of others, you risk losing sight of your goals and diluting your energy in trying to meet their expectations. Your vision is uniquely yours, shaped by your values, experiences, and aspirations. No one else can fully understand it, and it is not your responsibility to make them. When you focus on your vision, you create a foundation of purpose that anchors you through challenges and distractions. This clarity becomes your guiding force, helping you prioritize what truly matters. Instead of expending energy on explaining or defending your path to others, you channel that energy into progress. Every action you take toward your vision reaffirms its importance, regardless of whether others see its value. The opinions of others can often act as noise, clouding your judgment and sowing seeds of doubt. If you let yourself become preoccupied with these external voices, you risk deviating from your purpose. Instead of asking, "What will they think?" focus on asking, "Does this align with my vision?" This simple shift in perspective allows you to stay centered on what truly matters: your growth and the realization of your goals. External validation can be tempting. The approval of others may feel reassuring in the moment, but it often comes at the cost of compromising your authenticity. When you prioritize your vision over their opinions, you reclaim your autonomy. You remind yourself that your path is not a performance for others, but a journey of self-discovery and achievement. Focusing on your vision also means accepting that not everyone will understand or support your choices. People often project their fears and limitations onto others because they cannot see beyond their own perspective. If you allow their doubts to influence you, you risk internalizing their limitations. By staying committed to your vision, you rise above this dynamic and remain true to your potential. Your vision is the blueprint of your future, and distractions can erode its foundation if you're not vigilant. Staying focused requires discipline and resilience, especially when facing criticism or skepticism. By prioritizing your vision, you cultivate a sense of purpose that strengthens your resolve and fuels your persistence. This focus allows you to navigate challenges with confidence, knowing that your energy is being directed towards something meaningful. The more you focus on your vision, the less power external opinions have over you. When you are deeply connected to your purpose, the need for approval fades. You stop seeking validation from those who cannot see your dreams and instead draw strength from within. This self-assuredness not only keeps you aligned with your goals, but also shields you from the emotional toll of unnecessary conflicts or misunderstandings. Your vision requires action, commitment, and unwavering focus. It demands that you prioritize progress over perfection and authenticity over acceptance. By focusing on what truly matters, you create a momentum that carries you forward, regardless of the challenges or distractions you encounter. The clearer you are about your vision, the easier it becomes to make decisions that honor it and to ignore the noise that doesn't. Focusing on your vision is about valuing your purpose over external opinions. It's about trusting that your journey is valid and meaningful, even if others fail to see it. When you center your energy on your vision, you align your actions with your goals, allowing you to move forward with clarity and confidence. This focus not only ensures progress, but also reinforces your belief in yourself and your ability to achieve the life you've envisioned. The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your mindset, energy, and direction in life. They influence the way you think, the goals you pursue, and even the way you see yourself. Just as negativity from others can drain your energy and pull you off track, surrounding yourself with positive influences can uplift you, motivate you, and help you stay focused on your vision. The company you keep is not just a reflection of who you are today, but a powerful indicator of who you will become tomorrow. Positive influences are not just people who cheer for you when you succeed. They are the ones who inspire you to keep going when the road gets tough. These are the people who challenge you to grow, who believe in your potential even when you doubt yourself, and who encourage you to strive for more. Surrounding yourself with such individuals creates an environment where growth and progress feel natural, even inevitable. Consider how much time and energy we spend interacting with others. Every conversation, every interaction, every shared moment either adds to your life or takes away from it. Positive influences add value. They uplift you with their optimism, encourage you with their wisdom, and support you with their actions. On the other hand, negative influences drain you. They cast doubt, spread fear, and often pull you into their own struggles. Choosing positive influences doesn't mean you need to cut ties with everyone who challenges you. In fact, constructive challenges from people who genuinely care about your growth can be a form of positivity. The key is to discern between those who push you forward and those who hold you back. Positive influences are not afraid to tell you hard truths, but they do so with the intention of helping you improve, not breaking you down. The power of positive influences lies in their ability to change your perspective. When you're surrounded by people who focus on solutions instead of problems, possibilities instead of limitations, and hope instead of despair, you begin to see the world differently. Their energy is contagious, and their presence becomes a source of strength. They remind you that challenges are temporary, that failure is a stepping stone, and that perseverance always pays off. But it's not just about receiving positivity, it's also about giving it. Being a positive influence in the lives of others creates a cycle of encouragement and growth. When you uplift those around you, you contribute to a culture of support and inspiration that benefits everyone involved. Positive influences don't just lift you up, they create an environment where everyone rises together. Surrounding yourself with positive influences also protects you from the subtle toxicity that negativity brings. Negative people often operate from a place of fear, jealousy, or insecurity, and their words and actions can seep into your mind, creating doubts and distractions. By intentionally choosing to spend time with people who exude positivity, you create a buffer against these harmful energies. You build a foundation of strength and confidence that negativity cannot easily penetrate. Finding positive influences doesn't always mean looking for the loudest cheerleaders or the most successful individuals. Sometimes the most positive people are those who live quietly with integrity, who face their struggles with grace, and who approach life with a sense of gratitude. These are the individuals who remind you of what truly matters, who inspire you to be better, and who encourage you to stay true to yourself. It's also important to remember that positive influences aren't just found in people, they can be found in books, podcasts, communities, or even the content you consume daily. What you allow into your mind shapes your thoughts, and your thoughts shape your actions. By filling your life with sources of positivity, you create a mental and emotional environment that supports your growth. As you cultivate these relationships and influences, you'll notice a shift in your mindset. Your confidence will grow as you see yourself through the eyes of those who believe in you. Your resilience will strengthen as you draw encouragement from their support, and your focus will sharpen as their positivity aligns with your goals and values. However, building a circle of positive influences requires intention. It means seeking out people who inspire you, learning from them, and reciprocating that energy. It means letting go of relationships that drain you, even if it's difficult, and making space for those that uplift you. It means valuing your time and energy enough to invest it where it truly matters. In the end, the people you surround yourself with shape your environment, your mindset, and your future. They influence the way you approach challenges, the way you celebrate victories, and the way you see yourself. By intentionally surrounding yourself with positive influences, you create a foundation for success, a source of strength, and a community of support that will carry you through every season of life. Positive influences are not just companions on your journey, they are catalysts for your growth. They remind you of your potential, encourage you to aim higher, and stand by you as you strive toward your goals. When you choose to surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you, you are not just choosing a better environment, you are choosing a better future. In the end, your life is not meant to be spent explaining yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. It is not your responsibility to make others see your worth, understand your journey, or align with your vision. Your energy, your peace, and your purpose are far too valuable to waste on those who bring negativity or distraction into your life. When you choose to stop engaging in fruitless arguments, when you let your silence speak louder than their noise, and when you allow your actions to shine brighter than their doubts, you reclaim your power. Let their words fall silent against the strength of your truth. Let their criticism fade in the face of your resilience. And let their doubt crumble as you rise above, focused on your vision and anchored in your purpose. Remember, you are not here to convince others of your path. You are here to walk it boldly, unapologetically, and with the unshakable belief that you are enough. So, as you move forward, protect your energy, honor your boundaries, and stay steadfast in your goals. The world doesn't need another voice shouting into the void. It needs your quiet strength, your determined action, and your unwavering focus on what truly matters. Let your life be the masterpiece that speaks for itself. Thank you for taking this journey with me. Stand tall, stay true, and let your light shine.